And this is another Bears ear issue. New documents reveal Utah Representative Mike Knowles' land carved out in Trump's monuments reduction. So we talked about this a while ago, and I'm just going by my memory. So this is a little foggy. And by the way, for anybody that's watching this clip and doesn't know what this show is or how it works, people tweet me articles, and that's how we do the show. This is like a viewer-curated streaming news show in real time. So if you're like watching a clip and you've never seen one before, and you're like, why didn't you have that article in the first place? Why weren't you better prepared? Because it was tweeted to me in real time. That's how we do things here. I don't prepare in advance, and that's the premise of the show. So if you don't watch it by the stream, it's a little different, but that's the answer to your question. So I just saved you a YouTube comment. Knoll failed to disclose land holdings directly implicated in controversial presidential monuments review. Newly released documents reveal that Utah representative failed to disclose land ownership within the national monument, and subsequently that he potentially abused his position. Why? To enrich himself and his family. So Trump wanted to attack personal lands protected public lands, and this guy had a financial stake within it. And we talked about this. They rolled back a protection that protected a lot of these natural lands, protected a lot of the natural views, and they rolled a lot of that back in favor of development onto those lands, and I think different resource extraction. And apparently this representative also had some land ownership, and the company that he's been collaborating with owns $101.2 million in land, including a 40-acre inholding that's in this national monument. How can you own land in a national monument? I guess if the property you owns falls within it. That's a good question, Kate, because honestly, I didn't know the answer to that until right now. But this company, Knoll Properties, and a lot of this information has not been disclosed, but one thing we know is that they own $1.29 million in land, and that includes a 40-acre inholding in this national monument that Trump rolled back the protections on. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was possible, but apparently it is. These corporations have pretty much unlimited amounts of money and resources, so I'd imagine any loophole that exists, they know how to exploit it. So that's just corruption 101. I'm going to sign off on this policy because I have financial incentive to sign off on this policy. That's an example of the government working actively against the people and working solely for themselves. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.